Good morning. What's up, everybody? It's hot. It's hot as hell today. So we're getting gun show season, or it's more like water gun show, if we're being honest. If we're being honest. All right, who we got? We got Dick Chuck. Dick Chuck, first comment this morning. That's how we started the day. Ryan B. Slides. What's up? We got playoff packs coming. Beamer, Gerja, Rick Souls, Tanner, Borland, Caleb, Polly, Gershon. Guys, everybody's here. We love to see it. Eportsy, Rocket Stylist, Daniel Christian. Nothing but love and respect. How's everybody doing? I hope you were there last night. We had a fun show. Fun show last night. We got an actually Jeb Bush sighting. It was a lot of fun. Derek says, "Is that a Joe Dirt jersey?" I wish it was a Joe Dirt. I was on or still am, I guess, on a softball team in the city of comedians. And our team name was Dirt. You know, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Yeah, I can't stress enough how I went back and forth in my brain this morning. Like, do we wear a tank top? But here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. Thank you, Daniel, for hilarious show last night. It really was. It was a lot of fun last night. We had a good time. We gave away arguably too many moments. We gave away a lot of stuff, guys. All right, let's get some business out of the way. And the first order of business is let's get us some business. You know what I mean? So sponsor me, you cowards. Let's do it. Ricardo up in here. Oh, dude, Nick finally signed in. Hell yeah. All right, sun's out, guns out. That's absolutely right. The sun's all out. Hey, if you haven't had a chance to like the stream, let's get the like going. Just get the like going. Subscribe, all those things. I think we're at like 22,700 subs or something like that. We gotta hit 3K soon. We hit 3K, we'll give away some real shit. Epic show last night. Yeah, we did. We had a lot of fun. I gotta tell you, I'm a little tired. Today. It's we get a lot. I just need to sleep, is what I'm saying. Can we fast forward that obliteration last night? Yeah, it was that was an ugly game. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it, and then we can talk about. We get playoff packs coming tomorrow throughout the weekend, right? I'm assuming we get some Hollow news soon, right? Do we get some Hollow news soon? We don't think it's gonna happen, this week or anything, but it's got to be coming. Is it next week? Like what's happening? But let's Suns Nuggets 123-98. This was kind of a bummer performance from the Nuggets. Jokic is still bringing it every night. It's like 24 and 13. But, dude, outside of Jokic, they had three other guys getting to double figures last night. Millsap had 11. MPJ had 11. And Barton, who played like 16 minutes, had 10. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing to see that. Now, I think we got to remember, too. I mean, they're so shorthanded, right? They got Will Barton back, but Will Barton clearly is not like, himself, and also not a. I mean, it's good. It's less like Marcus Howard minutes. It's less Austin Rivers has to do less, which is always a good thing. But we're not going to get the full thing. We're not getting the full Nuggets experience because we don't have Jamal Murray, and it's just. Yeah, it's sort of Beamer. I'm one with you, right? Like Millsap and Barton getting double digits. It's a bummer. All that to say, though, like I don't want this to sound like, oh, the only reason the Suns are crushing is because the Nuggets are dinged up. I think it would be a better series, but the Suns are good, man. Suns are good, and last night was like a full balanced attack. Yeah, I'm with you, Derek. The Suns team is fun to watch. Joseph says Millsap got absolutely cooked by Paul. Yeah, Millsap's 60, right? So he's getting cooked by like Paul Blart. Yikes, guys. Don't even like react to that. But on the Suns side of things, like Booker had 18 and 10. CP3 had 17 and 15. Ayton had 15 and 10. Bridges got 16. Jay Crowder got 11. Torrey, I only play defense. Craig got 10 points. So like everybody had a good performance for them. No one went like bonkers, but it was just such a well-balanced machine last night. And I'm with Caleb too. That fan base was wild last night. There was a great reaction where Chris Paul was interviewed after the game. And they were like, "How about this crowd?" And he was like, you could just tell he was like, "Holy shit, it was nuts." It was nuts. But yeah, this series feels like I think the Nuggets are still going to get at least one of these games at home, right? We still haven't seen the Jokic like 35 and 18 with Michael Porter Jr. hitting 7 threes or something like that. But this series, I got to imagine 5 or 6 max. 5 or 6 max. And I don't know. I mean, I think most of the money is probably on the Jazz or Clippers coming out of the West because I don't think people are ready to believe in the Suns. But I mean, this Suns team, they can do a little bit of everything. They can outscore you if they need to. They can play some defense. They can play like slow, methodical offense where they, work it inside to Ayton. They've got shooters where Bridges can hit corner threes. Booker can get whatever shot he wants. You have Chris Paul taking over. Like they're not running out bad guys. There's no Austin Rivers getting out there and getting minutes. There's no Marcus Howard. There's no, you know what I mean? Like everybody is a solid basketball player. So I'm excited for the Suns. I am. And who knows, man? We're so reactionary. Nuggets go out there and win game 3 and everyone's like, oh, the series doesn't start until the away team wins a game or some bullshit like that. So I fully recognize we're being reactionary. But the Suns, I mean, they're making it look easy, right? They're making it look easy. Are we talking walking Paul Blart or Segway Paul Blart? Segway, dude. Full seg. But let's look at On the Moment real quick and just kind of check in the marketplace, see how people are reacting to some of those performances. Jokic still fresh off the MVP. Like I am curious how his moments are moving. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me switch that background. Also today, because there was only one game, and because we streamed last night, so we talked about a lot of stuff. Fire in questions if you guys have them, and I'll work off you a little bit more today. We can do that. Shout out Adam. We love to see it. Good to see you here. Do I buy the LeBron no look before it hits the moon? Is it hitting the moon? Is that what we're doing? Is that a moonshot today? All right, let's go over to On the Moment first. And you can already see I was looking at DeAndre Ayton. Before we do that, let's look at the top moves and loses. Jaylen Brown, 517. Man, I forget who it was. Somebody in our Discord, and I'm sorry that I'm blanking on the name, was like, hey, do we pump Armani Brooks? This is at $17, up 70%. Just remember, I believe, let's look at this moment. I think like how many, what's the percentage? 6%, 4% owned. 4% owned. So also he's not good, guys. So just remember that. I mean, Top Shot debut rookie. Maybe he's good down the road, but like just pump the brakes. Saban Lee. That's interesting that Saban Lee's moving. Jared Allen, Lou Dortz. Do we think Jaylen Brown is moving because of the Kemba news? Derek says, love those JB prices right now. But do we think it's because of that? Do we think it's because everyone's like, Kemba's gone. Now Jalen's going to cook. And if you don't remember from the Celtics season, is that Kemba only played half the games anyways. But yeah, I'm curious why that's the one that's popping and not his Top Shot debut. Let's actually go over to Top Shot for a second. Oh, look, did Mike plan this? So Jaylen Brown, his Top Shot debut out of 1,300 is it's at 295, right? But then we look at his other Series 1 moment right here, which is out of 1,000. And that's at 517. And that's like pretty interesting to me. Like, because it's not like a huge discrepancy. It's not like there's 4,000 of one and then 1,000 of the other. Nick's like, you just gave me the sign to buy JB. But yeah, I'm curious about this a little bit. And let's look at this. Here we go. So 31 are for sale. Maybe that's why only 31 are for sale, 396. Wow. So okay, and then 154. Wait, what is this? What's unavailable for purchase? Someone help me out here. 419 unavailable for purchase. I'm confused. What does that mean? Because that's half of them. Because are those the ones that are in the NBA Top Shot account that are going to come out in the Series 1 tickets in those packs? That's because I'm trying to figure out. I mean, only 31 for sale means it's bumping. Okay, so Joseph says still in packs, promo packs, just means people are holding them. But if it means people are holding them, doesn't that mean, wouldn't that be the 396 not for sale though? Okay, that means Top Shot has them and they are in packs. Okay, all right, thank you. But okay, so that's why this price is so high, is because only 31 are for sale. So, because I thought that was I was like, why? I would give me that debut, baby. You know how I feel. All right, let's go back over to On the Moment. The losers, the Jokic Hollow Icons come down a little bit. Caruso Finals has come down. Hey, where's I forget who in the chat's going after that Finals thing, right? So is that We the People that was going after it? I can't remember, but that's down. Michael Porter Jr. rookie debuts down 20%. Duncan Robinson's finals down. OG Anunoby. All right, let's go over just some of the performances from last night and see how that was impacted. All right, we're gonna get this coffee down before it gets cold because I can't do it. I can't do no one can. All right, DeAndre Ayton. Let's check Ayton first because again, 15 and 10 performance, man. I am so happy for DeAndre Ayton. I really am. All right, DeAndre Ayton is base series 1 is down 5. Well, no, let's go 24 hours because I don't give a shit about the 4 hours. Up 31% in the last 24 hours. His throwdown up 15%. His metallic gold series 2 up 10%. Even his Top Shot debut still up 4%. The only one that's down a little is that base set series 2 dunk. This is great, man. This is great. Wow, man. Daniel said, I drink coffee at any temp. I'm a sick man. Team hot tea. All right. I've gotten into tea recently because I'm talking to y'all so much. My voice is being destroyed. All right. So that's DeAndre Ayton. Let's take a look at Chris Paul, who, again, as happy as I am for DeAndre Ayton, even happier for Chris Paul. Joshua says, will the LeBron moments be affected by him switching his jersey number? Yeah, great question. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it should still, right? It's still a jersey match for those moments, right? It's not like they're going to retroactively change his jersey in that moment. So I still think that's fine. I still think it's fine. Maybe it gives a boost to his new jersey number. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I don't think it affects the value of those moments that are already considered jersey matches. Does that make sense? I think so. I think it makes sense. Black, green, or fruity? Green, and black, actually. Anything but fruity. Not really a fruity guy. Ricardo says, after the show last night, I'm buying MVP player moments for a possible showcase. You never know. Oh, that's interesting. Like finals MVP? Or, right? You mean finals MVP? Or former MVPs on the site? Interesting. Okay, let's look at Chris Paul. So, man, look at this. First round, Series 1 3-pointer is up 131% in the last day. His Seeing Stars is up 30%. His Top Shot debut is up 10%. That's at 745, which is still a pretty nice price for that CP3 Top Shot debut. Series 2 assist is at up 6. Like everything in the green. We love seeing this. And I know some of it has to do with moment ranks, but a lot of it has to do with playoff performance, I think, right? Matthew says, I saw his 40K number 6 moment get scooped for around 1,500 live yesterday after the announcement. Wow. Squeaky Tadpole says, glad I got rid of my number 6 mint LeBron in January. Such a great feeling. Also, shout out Squeaky Tadpole, just joined the Patreon. If that's something you're interested in, in the show notes, we have that. We have a free Substack that I write some stuff like once a week for. You can also join the Discord. All of that information is in the show notes. So get in there, please. But yeah, so it's Chris Paul. Let's look at D-Book. Came out. Again, look at this green, baby. His Cool Cats is up 5%. His Series 2 dunk up 3%. Jump shots up 2%. Now, his Top Shot debut had 70% in the last week. So it already kind of shot up, and it's only at a 1,300. So that no movement in the last 24 hours, but mostly green except for a Series 1 jumper, his Metallic Gold reward, and his Metallic Gold Series 1 reward, which was also Top Shot debut. But that's Devin Booker. Now let's go on the other side of things. And we've seen a couple poor performances from Michael Porter Jr., Jokic taking a couple of L's in a row. And then let's see it. So we got, so his Metallic Gold. Wow, that's up to 679. The Metallic Golds, this last drop, so good to see nice prices on it, right? 679, it's up 8% in the last day. And then everything else pretty much stayed the same. His Seeing Stars went down a little bit. Top Shot debut went down 5%. Cool Cat, so a little bit of red. Nothing too crazy. But that's Jokic. We need to pause for a sniff. I'm not going to lie, guys. Woke up this morning feeling like I was doing lines of pollen. I am absolutely congested. All right, let's look at Michael Porter Jr. because I imagine Michael Porter Jr. is taking, actually, let's search this way, is taking a hit because he really, Oh, it's been a rough. So it's series 2 dunk, both of those staying relatively where they were, $4 and $5. Series 1 dunk is down, but like pretty close because it was down 3% in the last 24 hours, but like up a little bit. But look at this, right? So his MGLE Series 2 blocks down, his base set dunks down, his MGLE Series 1 dunk, Top Shot debut is down, Rising Stars down. Like everything is kind of taking a hit a little bit. And I think that, that's gonna, I think that reacting to the performance. And I'm not blaming Porter Jr. for this. He's being forced to fire up a bunch of shots right now that aren't necessarily good shots because the defense can key in on either him or Jokic, right? You don't have Jamal Murray out there creating. So I don't think this is a problem long term. Like I still believe in Michael Porter Jr., and I mean, I even said it, right? I thought his breakout performance was going to be in series in the first round, and then the second round he's going to be in tough shape. So I'm hopped up on Clarendon and Sudafed. Hell yeah, bro. Rocket Silas says Jokic Top Shot debut or Booker Top Shot debut. Let's have a look. All right, let's look at the Jokic one first. Over here, we already saw that, right? So it's like 855, right? It's from his last season. So this is out of 1430. I just want to look at like what is the lowest ass, right? So look, you got 1 at 855, and it jumps up to 911, 911, never forget, 933, 935. So then it kind of settles in the mid 900s. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll say 6. I'm not counting 999. 6 of them though, and then it's you're basically at 1,000. So that's interesting. All right, let's take a look at D-Book. And what did we say that was out of like 13 something? All right, Devin Booker, the Top Shotty debut. So same thing. They're relatively the same serial mint, so that's good. That's what I wanted to compare it to. Now, in this case, right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 moments before we get up to 1K. So I think for me, I'm probably I want to get them both. I think that Jokic has and this is hard, right? Because Booker has a chance of like really like making a finals run, right? So then maybe we see all of those go up or they get delisted. The thing about the Jokic though is that it's got a quicker route to the price jumping. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at on that. But I like both of those moments. Booker too. I mean, I guess they both have a chance of shooting up. Booker for performance, Jokic for the amount listed, All right. I got behind. Got a lot of allergy talk in the chat. We love to see it. Do you guys think the Durant MGLE keeps going up? Let's look at the Durant MGLE, and I'll shout out the community for continuing to make that thing go up. Couldn't believe it. I was talking about this offline with someone, but like, if I had this, would I flip this for a Zion, right? You could get a Zion Top Shot debut, but this moment is so cool. It's from their most likely championship year. Pretty iconic moment that everybody was talking about. Again, shout out Mike James for somehow getting into that into this highlight with the team of these kind of guys, right? And somehow Mike James gets in there. I don't know. Do we think it keeps going up? Let's look at how many are listed. So you get 2 at $26.99, and then it jumps to $27.50. I mean, I was only like 5 away from getting a 3,000, and there's only 35 listed. Only 35 listed out of the 499, which means, right, most people who got this moment is like, nah, team hold, right? So I love that. Chris, you're forgiven. Shout out Sawyer in the car listening. We love that. Hashtag minnow tank, Dominic. All right, what else we got? Yeah, shout out to Surgical got it at like 1,500, right? Not 2.5. I think Patrick, right? I'm pretty sure if you're listening right now. Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, corrected it. Got it at 1,500, right? That's a nice little bump. We love that. That's a little Sawyer bump for you in the morning. Josh says, yeah, that's the most iconic play of the year. It's like that D-Wade LeBron alley-oop. That's a good comparison. Especially if they win the finals. Ooh, Eric Specca, though. That's my man, right? Let's check that out. He says, join the team or the train and picked up the Kevin Porter Jr. Top Shot debut last night. I saw that went down like a couple dollars yesterday because I looked that up this morning, down to 170. Yeah, I had been eyeing that moment since it was in the 350s, so I was happy to get on board with that. Someone say a bump. But yeah, that's been good to see. And I was toying around with the metallic golds a little bit this morning, just looking at them, and it does seem like some of the moments that weren't more very desirable were listed pretty high right after the drop, but it's come down to a more reasonable spot. Like, right, we saw Michael Carter Williams go down. Oh no, Michael Carter Williams was from a previous drop, but we saw some of them dip down quite a bit, and now. But though the desirable moments, like those are still listed. Like, let's look up Josh Richardson. Sorry to disrespect Josh Richardson's toilet bowl. So actually, no, that's still down to 200. So this is good to see. I mean, like, it's clear that there's still some kinks to be worked out, I think, with the collector score and like who's eligible for what. But ultimately, this is a good sign. Like, people who are collecting are getting these, right? Only 39 of the 499 are listed right now. I love that. Ooh, Daniel Rose. Which future rookies are you targeting for Series 3 debuts? Wow. I'll be honest, I haven't dove in too much to the rookies. I mean, obviously, like Cade Cunningham, Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, like there's the ones that everyone knows. There was someone who I was rooting for pretty hard in the March Madness tournament that I'm now blanking out on, but I haven't. I'll be honest, I haven't dug in yet. I will do that before our summer league excursion. Hype for those playoff moment challenge quest rewards, hoping to scoop those cheap. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this pack drop. I think this is assuming we get like a common challenge of sorts or whatever. I'm just excited for like a new batch of moments. That's excited. Mobley, thank you, Aaron. That's who it was. It was Mobley. I am excited about Mobley. Ryan B. Slides says Bucks -3.5 tonight. Is that really what the line is? Is it at Bucks -3.5? Has Vegas not been watching the games we've been watching? We're talking about Mike Budenholzer here. He's not known for adjustments. Is that really it? Wow, Bucks -3.5, Jazz -3 too. Ooh, I don't know if I would not bet Jazz -3. I would not bet Bucks -3.5 either too. That is dangerous. Oh, Daniel Christian said, great point. That is a great point, right? I kept saying that only 30 or so listed. That's right. We do have so many more coming out with this holo drop because that's right. Everybody gets, not everybody, but if you get the holo pack, you get three moments or 3 MGLEs. Yeah, let's look at some sets too. Come back up to Own the Moment. Shout out On the Moment, who had some very exciting news. I'm sure most of you are aware of that. And I'm forgetting the name of the thing that they're doing, so I'm not going to say it. All right, let's look at the sets. See what's rising and falling, right? Oh, here we go. No, I'm MGLE. I don't like saying Meagle. MGLE. The Meagle thing's not for me. All right, here we go. Let's look at all of the sets. So, and let's look at the last 24 hours. Can you guys see that okay? All right, I'm going to boost it a little bit more. All right, here we go. So the gift, and now I can't see it very well, so that was annoying. Hold on. Let me adjust. Here we go. So the gift is up 16% in the last 24 hours. Hustle and Slow is up 12%. Denied is up 11%. That's interesting. Seeing Stars still climbing up, almost 2K to complete that, which I like that. Early Adopters is up a little bit. The first run, so like everything, almost every set, green. Base set Series 2 is up. Base set Series 1 is up. I mean, just a little bit, but still, to see all this green is like really positive. So the only ones going down are Cosmic, which that's hard, and that's barely going down, but that's hard to evaluate anyways. For the Win down under 1%, MVP under 1%. Throwdowns under 1%. Like most of these, yeah, Series 1 rookies, I'll be honest, I didn't realize that they made it a set. I didn't realize you could complete those sets. So fresh, right? Like all of these, just a couple of percentage, like where we start getting to the rookie debuts have been taking a hit. And I think, that you can point to some of the playoff performances by them, right? So like RJ Barrett, Michael Porter Jr., and then a lot of those guys just straight up aren't playing right now. So because of like Kevin Porter Jr., PJ Washington, but because of that, I think you're seeing some of that. Rising Stars continuing to dip a little bit. Lace them up. It's funny, man. The Rising Stars 4,500 to complete, and 4,500 to complete, and it used to be just 4,500 to get the LaMelo. RIP. Lace them up. And then the season tip off is down 5K. Hold on. I want to see the Series 2 rookies because I think that's an interesting conversation. Let me catch up on the chat while that loads. Where is it? I missed it. I lost where I was. There we go. It's the play right now to load up on Series 2 rookies who didn't get a lot of time in the regular season and hope for a summer league bump when they finally get some run. So I would not buy things hoping for a summer league bump. I think the only bump we'll see is like 2 rookies from like Series 3. Because like, if you think I've never, and I like love basketball, follow it very closely. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get talked about in summer league that was not a rookie. Like I remember, who was it? Like Lonzo had a good summer league, I think. Like it's only going to be the new people that we're going to talk about, unless like someone was hurt and didn't play at all. And this was like their first, like, when Blake Griffin like broke his leg and then was coming. Like I don't see that happening. All right, let me catch up. Let me catch up on the chat. Oh, damn, it's a gun show today. Shout out. Hey, Patrick, you were getting a little victory lap earlier for your KD purchase. All right, Doug Polk, look for shout out Stan Loves. Morant Hustle and Show, same price as the Giannis now. All right, am I caught up? Yeah, Summer League bump. Yeah, I agree. I don't think people... Imagine not talking about Nico Mannion during the Summer League. That's the only Nico moment we're going to get is probably in a Summer League game, right? Summer League guys will be like Maxey and quickly dominating. Maybe. But again, I don't think there'll be a lot of conversation around it, I don't. I think you'll talk about Suggs. You'll talk about Mobley. You'll talk about Green. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Cunningham. Like, that's who we're going to hear from. All right, let's look at the Series 2 rookies. So how much does it cost? $3,600 to complete the whole thing. With LaMelo being double the next, and then Anthony Edwards being basically double the next, and then Halliburton, and then it's a pretty big jump, right? So the only ones over 100 right now, besides like LaMelo, Anthony, Halliburton, we've got Wiseman, Patrick Williams, quickly all the way down to 111, Cole Anthony, Maxey, and then Saban Lee. Actually, let's show all of them. All, baby. Poku, under 75, topping, like a lot of cheap stuff here. So the question was, right, are you targeting Series 2 rookies for a bump? No, not for a Summer League bump. However, I do think there are some Series 2 guys you can take a shot on, right? If there was someone who like started to get, like, Maxey's a good case for this, because what's his moment right now? What did we say it was? 100. It's at 100 even. Like, we're seeing some playoff run from him. He's on a good team, so he's not getting the opportunity to play a shit ton of minutes. But you could easily see, like, if the Sixers try to make a deal, they might move off Maxey, and then all of a sudden Maxey gets a little bit more run, or they oh jeez, I almost spilled that coffee. Or Simmons gets moved, which I'm not trying to poke the bear or something like that, but Maxey, there's still lots of room for development on Maxey, and I like him. I think he's shown some love, so I think like taking a shot on him makes sense. Here are some other ones we talked about. Jayshawn Tate, he's going to be on a bad team for a long time, but he's at least shown some promise, and he's going to get a lot of run as they're a young team. The concern, though, is like, if the Rockets do keep their pick this year, like, do they pick someone who plays that position? Who knows? Beef Stew is another one. There's no way Plumlee's on the Pistons next year, and all of a sudden he's a starting center, and we saw him put up like good stats. So Beef Stew is someone that I've liked. We've seen a little bit of shine from Obi Toppin. The thing about Obi Toppin is he's like 24 already or whatever it is. So I'm a little lower on Obi Toppin, but maybe I'm wrong. Okoro was one we've talked about a lot in the morning marketplace where he showed a lot of offensive upside, but again, on a bad team. We knew he was going to be a lockdown defender, but the last month of the season, he was, there was multiple times where he was scoring 20, 25 points. So I don't hate that. Denny Abdijah, I don't know. Kier Lewis Jr. is one that I kind of like. I do like Kier Lewis Jr. Precious, I'm not there with Precious. Onyeke, I don't know. Peyton Pritchard, if you want to make the argument, Peyton Pritchard and Neesmith, that Kemba's gone, opens up more opportunity for them. Sure. Jaden McDaniels, he was one. He was pretty good. Xavier Tillman and Desmond Bain both showed some promise there. But yeah, those are most of the debut ones that stick out to me. It's shot in the darks. Pat Williams, I don't hate the Pat Williams call. What's driving Saban Lee's price? I was a pass in the high 30s. Now it's 85. I don't understand the Saban Lee one. So if someone else has a understanding on that, let me know. Series 3 players won't have moments yet, and Top Shot fans will be searching for any reason to buy in the market. Could be wrong. You're talking about the Summer League bump? I would love to be wrong about that, but I just don't agree. I don't agree. Okoro, yeah, there's some Okoro talk. Ooh, Cavs beat reporters have said Cavs want to make Okoro a focal point at Summer League. Guys, so much Summer League. Oh, it's still Derek talking about Summer League. Derek, you're on one with Summer League, and I respect it. I do like the Okoro call. I like him. I do think he's shown some upside. Daniel Christian says, I like Pritchard, but he fits the Dana Barros model. Who's going to care in 20 years about the debut? Fair. That's fair. And he's a little bit better than Dana Barros, but I'm with you. The case for some of these, I scooped up a Peyton Pritchard with my thought being he's going to have a handful of really good games because he's going to be playing more minutes. And if say he strings together 3 or 4 games in a row, I might move off him. Look, Wiseman 4 badge. Thoughts on that? James Wiseman, I feel like got a bad rap this year. He got injured. This was going for way more. It's now 175. Here's the thing. The expectation of what Wiseman needed to do as a rookie was very different than all the other rookies. He was going in a win now team with dudes that have been playing together for a very long time. His development was a lot slower than we wanted, obviously, but flashes of upside, still super young, super raw. I don't know. I still have hope in James Wiseman. I don't know in this moment, full disclosure. I don't know in this moment, but I still believe in James Wiseman. I would say going into the season, I thought he had a pretty high floor and a super high ceiling. I now still think he has that super high ceiling, but that floor is a lot lower than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Saban Lee, only 15 for sale, 3,700 unavailable for purchase. So there you go. That's why there's only 15 for sale. Some of the lower ones were scooped up. I like it. Satoshi says, for the offseason, I'm targeting handsome players like Oubre. Sorry, AD Shredder. Man, most of the Lakers. Yeah, dude, give it Kelly Oubre. Fine as hell. Kelly Oubre, great style. Get him in some commercials. Maybe we see a commercial bump. Who knows? Summer League is practice at best. Remember, Tyus Jones was the Summer League MVP for a few years. A lot of the high-end guys sit out half the games. Yeah, I think the only, again, they're only going to talk about, they're not talking about who's the MVP. They're just talking about dudes who are top 5 picks that have a monster dunk, hit a game winner, stuff like that. That being said, I can't wait to be out there this August for Summer League. Yeah, Team Hold is bullish on handsome fellas. Rocket Style says, Wiseman Top Shot debut or Levine? Man, a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I'd say Wiseman. I mean, obviously Levine's safer because we know what he is and who he is, but Wiseman at least Levine's an all-star too. I don't see it. I'm not a Levine guy. I'm a Wiseman guy. So Wiseman to the moon. I think I'd lean Wiseman. It's definitely the riskier play, but that's where I go. Greg says Wiseman will be fine. It just needs to click for this kid, and it will. Kerr benching him a few times last season will help in the long run. Yeah, I think so too. He's just going to get in, and then they're going to get Clay back, and that takes some of the offensive load off him. I'm excited. I'm excited about Wiseman. Um, Caleb, I'm with you, dude. We've talked about this. I'm looking for WNBA moments. I'm ready. They've been, or looking forward to them. Twitter's been fun for the WNBA this season because there's been so many cool, like that. I'm blanking on who hit that, like with under a second left catch, turnaround jumper to win it, which is pretty nice. We've seen like a half court shot. We've seen some good shit. I'm ready for it. Do we think that comes out with Series 3? Because remember, that was like eventually it was like, get ready for March, baby. And now it's looking like Series 3 maybe, but they've been pretty quiet on that. I understand they probably have to figure out like how to build in a marketplace. Like, is it on the same marketplace? Does it come in different packs? Like, how does that look like? Kia Nurse, Sabrina, the Brittany Griner dunks. Yeah, I'm with you. All right, what else we got? What else do you guys have? This is a quiet marketplace today. I don't know if it's because we had the show last night and I'm a little tired. Oh, here's a good question. Daniel says, does Dapper make WNBA or UFC first? Ooh, good thought. I don't know. I mean, they've been pretty quiet on both of them, right? The closest to the UFC stuff is we get a tweet every once in a while that's like, who's excited for the fight tonight? And that's it. The Dapper Buy page has Gabriel. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Does it really? I didn't see that. That's cool. Happy Pride. Happy Pride, y'all. Rocket Sauce, do you see Wiseman Top Shot debut possibly dip and come after draft day? That's so I wonder about that, right? Like we're looking at these prices right now for those Series 2 rookies. Do you think we just wait until after the draft high or bullish on some of those guys? Maybe the sharper play is to wait until like October when they're no longer rookies. They're no longer, they're no longer the sexy rookies anymore. So maybe we see those come down a little bit because people are moving off their moments to get the new rookies. And that goes back to the rookie conversation we've had forever. Let's only invest in rookies that you think have a chance to be really, really good. Right? No, because then all of a sudden they're not rookies anymore. And no one gives a shit. So keep that in mind. Stan says UFC is coming by the end of the year. I need to get in there. UFC, get me in. Thank you, Noah. MC said, made the impromptu decision to fly to Denver for game 3 tomorrow. Hope for a better Nuggets performance. There you go. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's going to be fun. I'm about to get high-ish on this morning bowl. There you go. To go through a whole NFL season without them launching an NFT platform. Yeah, I wonder if we see more individual stuff, right? Like more team NFTs or player NFTs or like individual players than a full-on NFL thing. For it not to be talked about yet, I feel like it won't be ready for August, right? Derek says, I know again. Listen, if you guys want to play the PJ song, we'll play the PJ song.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Hell yeah. Morning doesn't start till we get one of those. Yeah, but so the thing that I was pumping though, right? This makes sense, right? Like why, again, I can't believe you got me to do this again, Derek. I can't believe you got me to do this again. But my thought was, why am I investing in these unknown rookies who don't look like they're very good when I could invest in another rookie or a rookie from last season who has the rookie badge on it, a Series 1, and is also like proven to be a good basketball player with a high ceiling, with a high-ish ceiling. That was the thesis of the PJ play. Yeah, Mahomes and Gronk already sold NFT sets. I know Brady said some shit too. I think we're going to see more of that than we see like a full ass NFL thing. And I'm with Neil. Shout out Neil Diamond Hands. The last thing you want to do is rush a product like wax. You know what I'm saying? Like wax. Thoughts on Panini releasing NFT basketball cards? I actually didn't know that. I didn't see that. That is interesting. I still think it doesn't. I don't think it affects it. Man, there's a lot of love for the Bull video. And the Dort Report in third. What are you? Martin? Martin here this morning? Martin, you need me to throw a little Dort? You need me to throw a little Dort in there? All right, guys. What else do you have for me? This is an easy show today. We only had one game to work off of. I feel like we covered so much news this week with like the burning of the moments and all that stuff. So I feel like it's a little bit quieter. Brian, you know what gets me high? Like in the damn stream. Shout out, Brian. Get in there. Turpin Moose. Shout out to Turpin Moose. Guys, thanks for being here this morning. We love that stuff. Just a reminder, though, we do the show every day. We got a guest tomorrow we're excited about. We've got a guest that, oh God, I'm blanking on the name of the YouTube channel now. What the hell, guys? And I'm checking. Oh, the Barrel Zone. The guy from the Barrel Zone. We're excited to have him on. It's going to be a lot of fun. How far you think CC falls after Series 2? The Cool Cats? You're talking about the Cool Cats? I think what Top Shot or what Dapper tried to do was to almost like create utility around it by that giving you the key to the Discord and all of that exclusive stuff. I actually don't think those are going to drop too much. I might be wrong on that, but I think we've seen the bump. We've seen it come back down. I think it leveled out a little bit. If you're not talking about Cool Cats, just let me know. Any insight on the future C's coach? I know Chauncey's still being thrown around. I would love Chauncey Billups, but it feels like he might be a little bit more Portland than Boston. Becky Hammond was thrown around. I was excited about that. Those are the two that I like the most. I hope we don't get the Indiana dude who just got fired. Mark says the challenge for the 51st moment on Series 2 Throwdown. I got to tell you, I was so out on the Series 2 Throwdowns, meaning I just like wasn't not out that I think it's bad. I just wasn't paying attention to it. So I'm the wrong person to ask on that, unfortunately. But if people have thoughts in the chat, let me know. Ooh, Derek says Mike. Is that being rumored right now, D'Antoni? I was listening to a podcast where D'Antoni to Portland was referenced, which I thought was I kind of like that only because Portland, there's no move Portland can make that's going to make them better defensively. So like, screw it. Just put the pedal to the floor and just go all offense. But excuse me, my nose is itchy. If D'Antoni goes to the Celtics, I'm kind of intrigued by that because their offense was pretty stagnant. There's a lot of one-on-one stuff, and D'Antoni is an offensive genius. So bringing him into there allows them to like get better offensively while they still have the bodies to play good defense, even though they didn't, but they have the makeup to play solid defense. So yeah, I'm into that. I honestly, the news yesterday with Kemba moving, or like both teams are willing to move off Kemba Walker, or both parties. I mean, like Kemba and the Celtics. The thing about that though is like someone needs to trade for Kemba, and it's probably going to be like 10 cents on the dollar in that return, and then like because who's overpaying? Because that contract is massive, and he can't play back-to-backs. His knee is like a problem. So I don't know. Thoughts on tonight's games, dude? The Nets just seem so damn good. If I feel like Mike Budenholzer, there we go. I feel like if they get run out of this series, like if the Nets somehow sweep the Bucks, holy shit. So I hope it's at least competitive, but I'm buying the hype. I think the Nets are really good, and I think the Bucks got to be deflated. And no Harden, no Jeff Green, and you still can't keep the game close. Like, God. If you're going to stack quilt a moment for Collector Store, who are some of your favorite moments, price points? So, I mean, someone put this in the chat too. This is a good question, right? Because a lot of people are trying to boost that up. Those $2 or $2 and $3 rookie moment, the ones with the badges, like I feel like those do have. Like if you're trying to just buy up the floor, I kind of like those. The throwdowns, those being cheap rares and also like good moments. I think those like going after that makes a ton of sense. Like, well, let's look at some of the throwdowns. Hold on, let me get back over there. Let's look at some of the throwdowns. If those prices are still like super down to the floor, let's see. Here we go. So like $51, right? So you're getting a Series 2 moment. It's a rare moment. It gives you a little bit of a boost. I don't hate that. Some of the rising stars, I think, going after that. But I like the idea of scooping up a bunch of players who you can like use in moment ranks too, which I guess will be more impactful when everybody's playing. But like right now, the idea of just being like, all right, I'm going to scoop a bunch of cheap or like 40K Kyries or 40K, like whatever. Be curious to hear what other people's thoughts are on that in the chat, because I know a lot of people have been grinding that. So I'm curious what other people's strategies are. Ross says, just wondering if Cool Cats will fall because automatic into pack drop. That's true. That could be. I see what you're saying. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. But I think you still get a huge collector score boost by having that moment. Yeah, let's see. I mean, by having a set. What else we got? Ooh, Dort, first All-Star next year. I see what you're doing here, and I fell for it. All right, we're back. Some very good. Stop and Pop says some very good players under $10 that are 15K LE for Bam, Murray, Butler, etc. Yeah, that's good. Tanner says currently selling moments for $4 and $5 so I can buy a ton at 2 and 3 when playoff packs drop. Okay, I like that. No point of getting moments you don't want. Yeah, I get right. So like I get the desire to boost up the collector score. So doing that, get moments you're into. Don't just get trash. Get moments you're into. Big Mike says, I'm going to stack playoff inserts tomorrow. They're worth 20 points. Ooh, I like that. Brian again says the Bucks getting swept will only accelerate Coach Bud's third member of Steely Dan transformation. Nick says, I've recently started just collecting my favorites that are also good players. Dame, Mitchell, Booker, trying to buy them up slowly, starting with the cheapest. I like that too. Yeah, those are the way to do it. Great question, Neil. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang for a couple more minutes. So hit me up if you get a few more questions, and we'll get into it. I just see DRVP Givens was like, "What's hardcore gonna be like?" I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I don't know what it's gonna look like though. All right. So we've got the pack drop tomorrow. That's gonna be exciting. It's through the whole weekend though, so it's not like a lineup. You can just kind of get it. So that'll be fun. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We got a guest tomorrow I'm excited about from the Barrel Zone. Next week, we've got a couple of guests. We got Party City. It's going to be a great time. Top playoff moments coming tomorrow you want. Dude, I'll be honest. I haven't. Let me take a peek. Are they like out there? Can I see them? I know. So there's only been a couple of that have been released that we've seen, right? Like the Giannis and the, I don't know. You tell me. Mikey added up. No Yats. We don't have any. Right. I've only seen the Giannis. There's an Embiid, the LeBron 3, right? Like I'm excited about those. Yeah, dude, the Stop and Pop. This is a great point. Trae Young and Kawhi, 15K and 7,500 LE or so undervalued. Those 7,500s, man, for sure. And Neil, I was wondering this too, right? Do we see Series 2 throwdowns fall under the $50 floor again, especially once we're done with the legendary drops, right? So we have the holo and then the finals. And I think like that's kind of driving a lot of people to be like, okay, I need to get that collector score up. But once that's done, right? Like once the impending legendary drops are gone, do people like chill out a little bit on that so that the prices come back down? And then you're able to scoop them, or is it do we just like keep running into legendary drops? Meaning like, okay, run it backs around the corner, and then now it's like season tip off, and like we always have like the next one coming. So I don't know. Price predictions for the playoff moments tomorrow. I don't know, $20. Do we think 20? Right, the pack costs 14. Everyone just decides like we want to try to. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go 20. I want the Trae Young bout of the Knicks. Yeah, that one will be sick. That would be sick. Collector score should help keep the floor above 50. I think it stays up for running back, then maybe falls. Yeah. Where can I send you for a moment giveaway? Oh, that's very kind. I'll put my name in the chat there, the Last King. I appreciate that. I do want to say shout out to this community so far, because last night we had a handful of giveaways that we were ready to go, and then the chat just fired in a bunch more. So that was really cool of you guys. We always appreciate y'all giving back, and that's nice. And then it doesn't require me to buy a bunch of moments to give away. So Daniel Rosenbaum says 0 moments of Gobert, defensive player of the year. So little respect for COVID, Rudy. We talked about it last night. Someone, I don't know if it was a tweet or someone in the chat said, of course he was defensive player of the year. He shut down the whole league last year, which I thought was very good. Very good. All right, there we go. There we go, guys. We're going to get out of here. I think we're going to wrap it there. Thanks for hanging today. I know this whole week our shows are a little bit shorter in the morning because my work schedule was adjusted. So I got to get on out of here. But jump in the Discord if you haven't done that. Subscribe if you haven't done that. Let's get us up to 3K, guys. We need to get up to 3K subscribers. This is how we roll. So let's get out of here, and we'll see you all. I don't know. See you all in the Top Shot streets. All right, bye, guys.
PJ Washington. PJ.
You know what? If you're still here, congrats, because you're getting a Bowl.
Bowl?
Bobo.
His first name is Bull and his last name is Bull?
No,
Look
yeah.
at his legs!
Close.
Long legs.
Oh my God!